Hi everyone, it's me, Daniel. Um, we thought it'd be a great idea to explore mandalas. I thought, and Laura and I talked about how they could be helpful to, you know, get in touch with your feelings, maybe express how you're feeling, um, express yourself in a way that you can kind of look at and think about and maybe explore a little bit. Anyway, here's I started a mandala here just now, and it's even fun just sitting here and just kind of drawing a little bit, seeing how things work together. It's very calming. It relieves stress, and I know during this time when it's hard to get outside, that it's kind of important that we do things that take our minds somewhere else other than the four walls around us, and seeing the same things over and over again. So I think a mandala, for me, it's I want to sometimes I want to draw something on a mandala that I think expresses myself, and maybe I start with the middle and I think about maybe myself and what defines me, and maybe create an object that kind of represents that. Or maybe that middle might represent how I'm feeling, these last, 5, 6, this last year. Maybe I want to draw something in there. And so in the middle of mine, I have some, real jagged kind of edges, which represent, this energy. I think that all energy is really important, whether it's something that makes you smile or something that makes you kind of think and, gives you kind of a pause. So mine is, pretty, it's to express a lot of energy these days. There's a lot that I feel that I've been feeling, lots of intensity, which I try to, focus that energy in a positive way. And so I've been working out and doing music. So that energy kind of is represented here in the middle of my mandala. And then around that energy, I have some little circles. And the little circles is kind of my acceptance of what's happening, just falling into it. I'm excited because, every day brings something new and that energy changes. And sometimes the energy, can be happy, like I said, or sometimes it can make me think, and wonder what's going on. But either way, I always feel as if it's a positive thing. I think that, thinking of the future, there's always something to look forward to, and I love change. I've learned to accept it, so that kind of represents change. Then around there, I have what represents a 4. Looks like a triangle, but it's actually a little 4. And 4, I really like the number 4. I like the way it looks. I'm really fascinated as to what 4 represents in the Asian culture. So I don't know, I was just kind of pushed, and it really wasn't as intense of a motive as the first 2 levels of my mandala, but I just kind of like the number 4, so I just kind of had fun there. Then I have a yellow around the 4, which again, I just kind of like the way it looked, and I wonder what that's going to look like. So just kind of having fun with it, thinking about the visual part of my mandala. So when you're doing in a mandala, you can go back and forth with things that are meaningful or things that you like, objects that represent something, or objects that look good to you or that you really like to look at. So in a nutshell, that's my mandala, and that's why we chose this.
Hey everyone, my name is Laura. I know that I've met some of you, but not all of you, and I definitely look forward to meeting all of you when the pandemic is better and we can go do barbecues in the park. So Daniel started us off with the mandalas, and I think that the drawing is a really wonderful way to do it. It's very slow and meditative, and that's the way I love to do it. But I wanted to show you guys maybe 2 other ways that you could do mandalas if you were not really feeling the drawing thing. Just the most important thing about mandalas is to try to make it balanced. That's traditionally, these were an exercise in meditation, in moving very slowly and trying to create balance and symmetry. So trying to kind of like how Daniel did with his, how it's kind of equal for the most part on all sides.
Mm-hmm.
That's an awesome example. And another thing that's really important is that there's, it's all about the process, especially for mandalas. There was actually, Buddhist monks used to make them in the sand, and they would spend like months making these gorgeous, gorgeous sand mandalas, and then as soon as they were done, they would just wipe them away. So it's just all about your process. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how to do one, almost like if you've done a paper snowflake before. I like to do it I folded my little circle in half, and then I'm gonna fold it in half again. And then I'm just gonna cut. So for those of you who are really into cutting, I know this is really satisfying, especially if you're like annoyed or irritated, or maybe you're just feeling like you want something really calming, releasing to do. So I'm cutting along the little folds. And I'm not really thinking too much about what I'm doing, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of just doing it. I really enjoy doing this sort of thing because I know it's good for me, and I need to do stuff like this, but I just don't take the time enough to do art and to do things that calm down and slow down. So that's what I've got so far. I'm kind of just cutting random shapes. We're going to see how it works. And let's see what's next. I like these 2 because you never really know how they're going to look until you open them up, which is pretty fun. All right. What am I going to do over there? That's what I'm going to need. All right, let's look what happened. Hey, there it is.
Wow.
So what I might do is take a piece of construction paper and then just glue this on there. And I could even take some of these pieces and glue them around the edge, so I'm probably gonna do that in a second. And then the other way that we can do a mandala, especially if you're not someone who's really into scissors or not really into drawing, maybe you like ripping paper, tearing paper. We have in your kit a bunch of little random shapes. And one of my favorite things to do is just start gluing. So you can kind of just, if you have school glue, don't use a ton of it because it'll get pretty wet. And of course I didn't unclog my glue first, so but that's life. Okay, hold on. Nope. Okay, so I'm just gonna start gluing. When I do this stuff, I also really like to turn on music, get that vibe going. And obviously, if you guys wanted to, you could cut your own shapes. It's a pretty fun thing to do. I like doing it this way and switching it up a little bit too, because it's like, sometimes I get really caught up in the way that my design looks, or my art looks, or maybe my life looks. And stuff like this makes me really appreciate like the kind of random, I found this, now I have to make use of it. I find that really fun. It's very different. Glue sticks would probably work best for this. So if you guys have a glue stick, that would be great. Glue also works. You could probably even use tape. Ah.
Maybe you can use these examples to kind of get an idea of what you might want to do or what you like. Have fun doing it. Hope to see yours when you're done.
It was great to see you all and meet a lot of you, and we're gonna try to be doing one of these videos, I think every week. So stay tuned, keep watching out on YouTube, and we will make sure we text you as the next one. Have an amazing week and stay safe and stay creative.